Stop what you're doing right now. I don't care where you are, put everything aside and listen. How long were you going to let life pass you by? How long will you watch other people chase their dreams while you're sitting in the shadows, waiting, begging, and dying slowly? Let me tell you the truth. Your life is in your hands, but the clock is ticking. 1 month, just 1 month is all it takes to completely transform everything. Your mindset, your habits, your results. But here's the thing. You have to want it. You have to fight for it. You have to decide that mediocrity is over. Today, I'm going to give you the exact plan to change your life, step by step. Are you ready to wake up? Are you ready to become unstoppable? I'm not here to give you another motivational speech that feels good for 5 minutes and disappears. I'm here to shake you awake, to light a fire in your soul that has been asleep for far too long. I'm here to make you stare in the mirror and say, I'm done settling. I'm done waiting. I'm done making excuses. I'm ready to fight for what I deserve. Listen carefully. Life doesn't wait. Time doesn't wait. 1 month, just 30 days, is all it takes if you focus, take massive action, and refuse to quit. This is not luck. This is not magic. This is strategy. This is unstoppable, relentless action. Follow this plan, and in 30 days, you will not recognize yourself. You will be stronger, sharper, unstoppable. You will finally take control of your life. I want you to pause for a moment and really think about your life. How many times have you gone through days, weeks, even years without a real direction, without a real target, just going through the motions, following what everyone else tells you, chasing goals that don't even light a fire inside your soul? And then you wonder why nothing changes, why you feel stuck, why you see everyone else moving forward while you stay in the same place. The truth is simple. Most people fail not because they aren't smart, not because they aren't capable, but because they lack clarity. They don't know exactly what they want. And if you don't know exactly what you want, how do you expect to get it? How do you aim for a target you can't see? Success doesn't go to the confused. Success goes to the person who knows their destination and refuses to settle for anything less. Clarity is more than just saying, I want to be successful or I want to make money. That's vague. That won't drive you. True clarity is seeing every detail of the life you want, feeling it in your heart, knowing exactly who you must become to live it. What does your life look like in perfect form? Where do you live? Who surrounds you? What do your days feel like? How does it feel to wake up every morning fully alive, fully in control, fully on purpose? Most people never take the time to create this vision. They settle for vague goals, follow paths that aren't theirs, or copy other people's dreams. And that is why most people never achieve anything extraordinary. But you, if you want to transform your life, must start here. You must get so clear that your vision burns in your mind. You must see it, feel it, and know it is waiting for you, ready to be claimed if you commit. I want you to close your eyes for a second and imagine it. Don't just think about it. Feel it. Feel the power in waking up every morning on your own terms. Building a life that makes your heart race, your soul ignite, your confidence explode. Picture the people around you, the energy in your surroundings, the freedom to live exactly as you want. Feel the emotions of achieving that life, of becoming the person you were always meant to be. That feeling is fuel. That feeling will carry you when the world tries to stop you, when fear creeps in, when obstacles appear. Without that clarity and connection, motivation fades, determination dies, and even small challenges can knock you off track. And don't just keep it in your head. Write it down. Make it real. Make it sharp. Don't just dream, I want to be rich. Say, I will create a business that earns me $10,000 in 90 days. One is a vague hope. One is a target. Clarity turns dreams into actionable goals. It aligns your actions, your choices, your energy, and your focus. Once you have clarity, nothing is random anymore. Every decision you make either brings you closer to your target or moves you away, and you will see the difference clearly. Clarity also exposes your weaknesses. When you know exactly what you want, you see where you are falling short. And that is a good thing. Most people avoid clarity because it shows them the truth, their gaps, their fears, their excuses. They stay in confusion, hoping life will somehow make sense. But clarity is power. Clarity gives you courage. Clarity shrinks obstacles. Clarity turns doubt into fuel. When you are clear, Ordinary effort transforms into extraordinary results because every step you take is intentional, every choice is precise, and every action moves you closer to your dream. Clarity is not a one-time task. You cannot set it once and forget it. You must return to it every day. You must see it, feel it, write it, and speak it until it becomes part of your identity. When clarity becomes who you are, it changes your actions, your energy, and your presence. You begin attracting opportunities, people, and experiences that match your vision because you are no longer vague. You are focused, you are intentional, you are unstoppable. Without clarity, you will wander forever. You will drift from one opportunity to another, from one piece of advice to another, chasing things that don't matter and wondering why life never changes. But with clarity, every step is purposeful. Every decision brings you closer. Every day is a step toward the life you were born to live. Clarity is the foundation. It is your first weapon. It is the spark that ignites your fire. It is the force that moves you when everything else wants to hold you back. When you are clear, nothing can stop you. Promise yourself right now that you will not take another step in your life without clarity. Not half clear, not just in your head, but crystal clear in your heart, in your soul, in your vision. Clarity is non-negotiable. Clarity is mandatory. Clarity is your first step toward greatness. And the moment you own it, the world starts moving to match your focus. Listen closely, because this is where most people fail in life. Most people have dreams. Most people have goals. Most people have ideas of what they want. But having a dream is not enough. Thinking about it, planning it, talking about it, hoping for it, none of that will change your life. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Discipline. The ability to show up and take action every single day, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard, even when the world is telling you to quit. Discipline is what separates the people who dream from the people who achieve. Discipline is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Without it, you stay stuck, wishing, hoping, waiting for life to hand you what you want. Think about how many times you've said, I'll start tomorrow, and tomorrow never came. How many times have you been fired up, motivated, pumped up to take action, but after a few days, that energy disappears and you quit? That is exactly why most people never get what they want. Winners don't wait for motivation. Winners don't rely on feelings. Winners act. They take massive action every single day, whether they feel like it or not. That is how momentum is built. That is how results happen. That is how life changes forever. Discipline is not about acting once or twice. It's about showing up day after day, even when it hurts, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's boring. It's about doing the work that nobody else wants to do because you know every small step, every sacrifice, every effort brings you closer to your goals. Most people want results without work. They want success without struggle. But life doesn't work that way. Discipline is the price of progress. Without it, your dreams remain dreams. Without it, you remain stuck. Discipline is more than willpower. Willpower fades, motivation fades, excitement fades. Discipline is a habit. Discipline is consistency. Discipline is training yourself to do what must be done, even when it is hard, even when no one is watching. When you take action every single day, you train your mind and body to align with your goals. You stop waiting for permission, for luck, for the perfect conditions. You create your own life intentionally. That is power. That is freedom. That is what separates ordinary people from extraordinary people. And let me be real with you. Discipline is not easy. Some days feel impossible. Some mornings you wake up exhausted. Some nights you want to quit. That is exactly when discipline matters the most. That is when you prove to yourself that you are serious about your dreams. The more you push yourself when it's hard, the stronger you become. The more you refuse to quit, the easier it becomes to keep going. But make no mistake, it never becomes effortless. Discipline is a muscle. You must train it every day. Ignore it and it weakens. Strengthen it every day and your life transforms because of it. Now think about the life you want. How badly do you want it? Are you willing to show up every single day? Put in the work when you are tired. Fight through the fear. Push past the doubt and ignore every excuse that tells you to stop. That is the real test. Saying I want success is easy. Posting it on social media is easy. But are you willing to do the work when no one is watching? Are you willing to sacrifice comfort, endure pain, and push past quitting? That is discipline. That is what separates dreamers from doers. That is what makes winners. Discipline is not glamorous. It is not exciting. It is not instant, but it compounds over time. Every day you take action. Every day you refuse to quit. Every day you push yourself just a little further. You build momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence builds skill. Skill builds results. And soon, the life you imagine becomes inevitable. You start to see that it wasn't luck, it wasn't chance, it was your discipline that made it happen. You refuse to quit. You refuse to wait. You refuse to let excuses win. Most people wait for the right moment. They wait for motivation. They wait for the perfect conditions. But winners don't wait. Winners take action every single day. They create their own conditions. They make their own opportunities. They build momentum that nothing can stop. Discipline is the weapon that separates those who dream from those who do. It transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results. And here's the powerful part. Once you start, once you commit, once you train yourself to act consistently, it begins to feel natural. You begin to see results. You begin to feel unstoppable. You realize nothing in the world can hold you back because you have trained yourself to act when others hesitate, to grind when others rest, to push when others quit. Discipline creates freedom. Discipline creates results. Discipline creates the life you were born to live, and it is yours if you choose it. I want you to understand this right now. Your mind is the battlefield of your life. Every success, every failure, every moment of your life starts here. You can have clarity, you can have discipline, you can even have talent, but if your mindset is weak, if your thoughts are full of doubt, fear, and excuses, nothing will ever change. Most people fail not because they lack skills or opportunities, but because they allow their mind to convince them they are not enough. They let fear, hesitation, and uncertainty control their actions. But here is the truth. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. And when you master it, nothing in this world can stop you. Think about how many times you have stopped yourself from doing something you truly wanted. How many times have you said, I can't do this, I'm not ready, or it's too hard, and just given up? That inner voice of doubt is the reason why most people never reach their potential. But here is the powerful truth. Your mind will believe whatever you tell it. If you feed it fear, failure, and excuses, that is exactly what your life will create. But if you feed it belief, courage, and determination, that is exactly what will happen in your life. Mindset shapes your perception. Mindset shapes your decisions. Mindset shapes your actions. And your actions create your results. Your mindset is not something you are born with, and it is not luck. It is something you build every single day. Every thought you allow, every story you tell yourself, every belief you strengthen creates the foundation of your life. Winners know this. They guard their minds like the most valuable asset they have because it is. What you think about yourself, what you focus on, what you choose to believe becomes reality. Mindset is the starting point of every victory. Without the right mindset, every goal, every plan, every dream is at risk of failing before it even begins. Imagine waking up every morning and saying, I am unstoppable. I am capable. I will win today. Imagine looking at every obstacle as a challenge to overcome, not a reason to quit. Imagine taking full responsibility for your life. No blaming, no waiting for permission, no relying on luck, just owning your destiny. That is the power of mindset. That is what separates the people who achieve greatness from those who remain stuck in mediocrity. It is not luck. It is not timing. It is the way you think, the way you see life, and the way you respond to challenges. Mindset is also about resilience. Life will throw punches at you. Life will knock you down, test you, try to make you quit. But your mindset decides whether you rise stronger or crumble under pressure. Winners don't see problems as obstacles. They see them as opportunities to grow. Setbacks are not failure. They are lessons. Obstacles are not roadblocks. they are fuel for growth. Every challenge you face is a chance to train your mind, to strengthen your belief, to become unshakable. The stronger your mindset, the harder it is for life to defeat you. Your words matter. Every time you say, I can't, it's too hard, or I'm not ready, you are programming your mind for failure. Every time you say, I will try instead of I will succeed, you are settling for less than your true potential. But every time you speak with confidence, every time you visualize yourself winning, every time you feed your mind with positive beliefs, you are shaping the foundation of unstoppable action. That is how champions think. That is how winners are made. That is how you change your life from the inside out. Mindset is not a one-time fix. It is a daily practice. Winners do not wake up perfectly. Winners train their minds every single day. They read, they learn, they meditate, they visualize, they affirm, they push back against every negative thought that tries to creep in. They are intentional with every thought. They refuse to let fear, doubt, and excuses take root. And slowly, over time, their mindset becomes unshakable. Their belief becomes unbreakable. Their focus becomes laser sharp. And because of that, their results skyrocket. Most people fail not because they lack talent or resources, but because their mindset is small. Their thinking is limited. Their vision is clouded by doubt. But you have the power to change that. You can decide today to feed your mind with courage, strength, and positivity. You can decide today to believe in yourself, even when no one else does. You can decide today to see problems as challenges, setbacks as lessons, and every moment as an opportunity to grow. That is the power of mindset. That is how winners think. That is how your life begins to change the moment you take control of your mind. Listen to me carefully, because this is where most people fail. Most people think about success. They plan for success, they dream about success, but they never take the steps needed to actually achieve it. Thinking alone does nothing. Planning alone does nothing. Motivation alone will not move you forward. Action is the engine that turns your dreams into reality. Action is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. You can have clarity, you can have discipline, you can even have the right mindset, but if you do not take action, nothing will ever change. Action is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Action is what separates ordinary people from extraordinary people. Ask yourself, how many times have you said, I will start tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes? How many times have you been motivated, pumped, ready to conquer, and then you hesitated? That hesitation is the silent killer of dreams. Every second you delay, every excuse you make, every fear you listen to is another day wasted, another opportunity lost. Winners do not wait. Winners act immediately. They don't wait for perfect conditions because perfect conditions do not exist. They create momentum by taking the first step, by doing something, anything to move forward. And the beautiful thing about action is that small steps compound over time. Every small effort you put in today creates results tomorrow, next week, and next month. Action is not occasional. Action is showing up every single day. Action is grinding even when it is uncomfortable. Action is stepping into the unknown when fear is screaming at you to quit. Most people wait until they feel ready, but here is the truth. Confidence does not come before action. Confidence comes through doing. Confidence comes through trying, failing, learning, and rising again. Every time you take action, even when it is hard, even when it is scary, you are building strength. You are learning, you are moving closer to your dreams. Action is the only way your life changes. Action is also about responsibility. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop blaming other people. Stop waiting for an opportunity to knock at your door. Winners don't wait. They create. They take control. They make things happen because they understand life will not hand them success on a silver platter. Every successful person you admire, every entrepreneur, every athlete, every leader started by taking action when others hesitated. They acted when others doubted. They worked when others rested. They risked it when others played it safe. That is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. That is the power of action. Now listen closely. Action is not always glamorous. It is not always exciting. Some days will feel like grinding through mud. Some nights you will be exhausted. Some mornings you will wake up questioning if it is worth it. That is exactly when action matters the most. That is when your true character is revealed. Every step you take when it is hard builds resilience. Every effort you put in when it is uncomfortable compounds into results that will change your life. Momentum is created through consistent action. Once momentum begins, it becomes unstoppable. Action is also about courage. Most people hesitate because they fear failure, fear judgment, fear looking foolish. But winners understand nothing grows from waiting. Action requires boldness. Action requires risk. Action requires stepping out of your comfort zone every single day. Every time you take a step when you are afraid, every time you do something when doubt is screaming at you to stop, every time you refuse to quit, you are proving to yourself that you are capable, that you are unstoppable, that you are ready to take life by the reins. Fear disappears when action becomes a habit. Doubt vanishes when results begin to show. And here is the most powerful truth. Small actions compound into massive results. You do not need to move mountains in one day. You do not need to have everything figured out. What matters is doing something today, right now, this moment. Every call, every task completed, every bit of work adds up. Over days, over weeks, over 1 month of relentless action, your life begins to transform. You start to see progress you never thought possible. You start to feel unstoppable. You start to realize that action is the only way your dreams become reality. Most people fail not because they are not talented or capable, but because they wait. They wait for the right time, the right conditions, the right motivation. Winners do not wait. Winners act now. Winners start where they are, use what they have, and do what they can. Every moment wasted is an opportunity lost. Every delay is a chance surrendered. But when you commit to action, you take control, you take ownership, you take charge of your life. You stop hoping, stop wishing, stop waiting. You do, you execute, you persist, you dominate, you make it happen. Action is the ultimate equalizer. It doesn't matter where you start, who you are, or what obstacles are in your way. What matters is what you do right now, without hesitation, without excuses, without delay. That is how dreams become reality. That is how ordinary people become extraordinary. That is how your life begins to change when you commit to relentless, fearless, consistent action. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to say will change everything if you let it. All the clarity, all the discipline, all the mindset, all the action, it all comes down to one thing: you, your life, your dreams, your future. They are in your hands. And right now, at this very second, you have a choice. You can stay where you are, trapped in fear, doubt, and excuses, letting time slip through your fingers, or you can rise. You can decide that today is the day your life changes forever. Success will not wait for you. Opportunity will not knock twice. Time does not stop. The only thing that matters is what you do with this moment right now. You have 30 days to take control, 30 days to transform your habits, 30 days to change your life, 30 days to go from dreaming about your goals to actually living them. And it all begins with one decision, a decision to commit, to refuse excuses, to refuse fear, to refuse anything that has been holding you back. Do you feel the power of this moment? This is your chance to rewrite your story. This is your chance to break free from everything that has kept you small. This is your chance to create unstoppable momentum. You have the tools, clarity to know exactly what you want, discipline to push through every challenge, mindset to think like a winner, and action to move relentlessly toward your goals. But tools alone will never be enough. You have to use them. You have to step up. You have to take charge. You have to go all in. No more waiting, no more hoping, no more saying, I'll start tomorrow. Winners do not wait for motivation, they create it. Winners do not wait for the perfect moment, they make it perfect. Winners do not wish for results, they chase them with everything they have. And you have the same power inside of you. You can change your life in 30 days. You can become unstoppable. You can achieve more than you ever dreamed possible. So here's my challenge to you. Commit right now. Decide that you are done being ordinary. Decide that you are done settling. Decide that you are done waiting for someone else to give you permission to live your life. Step into your greatness. Take control of your mind. Take control of your habits. Take control of your actions. Do what others won't. Sacrifice what others won't. And I promise you, if you follow this plan, if you commit to clarity, discipline, mindset, and action, by the end of 30 days, you will not recognize yourself. You will not recognize your life. You will be unstoppable. Remember this, the only thing standing between you and the life you want is you. Nothing else. Your fears, your doubts, your excuses, they only have power if you give it to them. Take it back. Take your life back. Take your future back. Start today. Start right now. The clock is ticking. The world is moving and your dreams are waiting, but they will not wait forever. This is your moment. This is your time. Your transformation starts now. And once you commit, nothing and no one can stop you.